One of the worst mining disasters in Turkey's recent history. Hundreds of people remain trapped inside the Soma mine after what the energy minister says was an electrical fault sparking an explosion and fire around 2 kilometers underground.
367 people were evacuated through their own efforts and during the initial rescue operation. In total, 787 had been working in the mine, and some are still inside. There are 76 wounded, and one of them is in serious condition.
More than 400 people are helping with the rescue efforts. Some of the miners who escaped have expressed their anger at the company that runs the mine.
This is not something that suddenly happened. I can tell you there are people here who are dying, people who are injured, and it's all because of money. People are dying and there's nothing we can do about it. They send us here like lambs to the slaughter. We are not safe doing this job.
Caroline with us now live from Soma. What is the very latest that you can tell us, Caroline?
Well, yes, you're right. We're gathered here at the site of the mine accident, and there are hundreds of people gathered here with us trying to help those miners who are trapped down inside. Many ambulances, many fire engines, also a lot of security. We're expecting in the next few hours to see Prime Minister Tayyip Erdogan, who's expected here at the scene as well as the leader of the main opposition party. The energy minister's been speaking overnight about the latest at the scene. He's been here at the site as well, as have hundreds of relatives. An even larger number of relatives has gathered actually outside the hospital in Soma. They've been wondering, of course, what's happened to their loved ones. The hospital officials have been coming out from time to time and giving an updated list of who are the injured, who are in the hospital beds.
One of the things that I have read is that they're trying to pump air into the mine to either clear out the carbon monoxide or to give those trapped at least some chance to breathe clean air. What else do you know about what's happening underground to free the men?
Well, that's right. One of the largest concerns for the miners trapped is getting clean air to them. And they were pumping clean air to them about 12 hours ago and overnight to try and get rid of some of that carbon monoxide. But in fact, the rescue efforts had to be halted temporarily overnight, and we believe they still are, because of the rising levels of carbon monoxide. There were concerns for the safety of the rescuers, and in fact, some of the 300 plus people who've been brought from out the mine are actually rescuers who were injured while they went in to try and rescue the miners.
It makes it sound like an almost impossible task. We have seen some people being brought out on stretchers within the last hour or so, but it's 19 hours since the explosion. What chances do you think there are? What's the feeling there about being able to bring anybody, or at least many more, out?
Well, certainly the energy minister, when he last spoke, was giving a very grim picture of what's been happening here, saying that they are gravely concerned for the hundreds still trapped inside. Overnight, some of the miners were speaking, and they said they thought, in fact, the fire was still burning deep inside the mine. I think it's about 2 kilometers down into the ground where that fire started, an explosion. So, yes, the situation is very difficult, and it's making an incredibly difficult rescue operation as well.
Caroline, thank you very much indeed as we take a look at the live pictures at the Soma mine in western Turkey, owned by Soma Komur İşletmeleri, company which says an investigation's underway, but that the accident occurred despite what it described as, quote, the highest safety measures and constant controls. The Turkish Prime Minister, as our correspondent was saying, expected there within the next few hours, but at least 200 dead, and more than that, we understand, still trapped underground.